Hello people, and welcome to this new build, or just coaster build series. We're doing an SNS 40 coaster, which this took weeks. This was awful to do. But it was also really fun. So yeah, that's why I'm showing it. So we're starting with the profiling of the track, because if I tried to do the actual rotations off that, that would be horrible. And for a reason, doesn't, well, there's a good reason. It doesn't save when you convert it to a 4 meter, which is why this is only a 4 meter coaster, not 2 meter coaster, because I made the mistake of setting the spinning. What the heck was that around there? I made the mistake of setting the spinning before I set the seat rotation. Or what am I talking about? I made the mistake of setting the seat rotation before I did the 2 meter. So it's pretty much a lock. I don't want to redo it. So, but it's still pretty smooth, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, this took a few weeks, but this only took like a couple of days to do the track layout. Like, this was just the track layout on the custom sporting, because that was probably the hardest bit of it. But like, you know, this is pretty difficult coaster to do. So yeah, right here I'm pretty much just trying to get the track profiling to a good shape at the end of the ride, because most of the ride I'm pretty much fine with, besides the Raven turn, because that Raven turn is hideous, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, that Raven turn is awful. It looks disgusting. I hate it. But yeah, I fixed it, so who cares. Right here I'm just trying to get the final fly to lie in right. And I think that's the final bit right there. So next step is the 4 metering. I think I'm setting the seat rotation for the left tail. I might have actually set the seat rotation for all of it and then did the no, I didn't. Okay. Alright, good. I didn't. I thought I wasted my time a little bit. But yeah, that Raven turn's wrong. I'll get reprofiled later on. I think I'm going one element at a time. Yeah, this is the first time I ever done a 40 coaster, so I was trying to figure out how the seat rotations work. Which it's kind of confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it works, I guess. I'm still not a big fan of the drop, but I'm already finished the ride, so the cinematics are done, the POVs are done, there's no point in fixing it now. You know, it's fine. And it's because it's not a consistent radius, so basically the drop, like, it starts and then like tilts a little bit, and it like sort of like jerks around a little bit at the top. It feels a little weird. It's sort of like what X2 does, but a little more extreme, like shaking. But yeah, it's fine, I guess. So yeah, next is the 0G roll, which isn't really called a 0G roll on RCDB. It's called a full, I think, but it may as well be a 0G roll because that's what it is. So yeah, basically all we're doing here is we're just basically, you have a 0G roll, you're going to tilt, the seats are going to rotate the entire time, so at the peak of the inversion, you're facing backwards and on top of the track, and the valleys you're facing forwards and below the track. So yeah, then you have the overbank, which is really a really extreme overbank, because, like, yeah, it's a pretty extreme overbank. Yeah, and in the middle of the overbank, you tilt. I've said overbank like 5 times in this, but in the middle of the element, you are tilted towards the center, so you're like on your back and having all the pressure like right on your back. There's no really better way to explain it. I'm trying to like not use the same word over and over again, but I am anyway, so who cares? So yeah, then we do the final Raven turn, which is I basically I wanted it to be sort of similar to RCDB, but I wanted this one to, instead of flipping to riders straight onto their stomach on the way back, I wanted it to do like a backflip on top. I think it's a backflip. Yeah, it's a backflip. So you tilt, and then you just do a full backflip, and then you're facing the ground before it goes into tunnel, because I made that Raven turn really weirdly. It does flow perfectly fine, so I'm not complaining. Don't even know how it flows fine, but you know, whatever. Try to do what I try to do. So next I'm just trying to make a brake section long enough so I can do basically so on Edgenica, the seat flips so you're on your stomach while you're on the brake run, and then it flips back in like a second. So I was trying to do that. It's a little bit of a pain because it's not that simple, but you know, and I'm trying to get like the flow for it right, and it's kind of weird. So, but it doesn't work well. So yeah. Yeah, next is like a sorting, which took forever. This is, I think, the bulk of the time lapse is this. And, oh my goodness, this was awful to do. It wasn't even the entire thing, it was just like the first few elements and the Raven turns. That the first drop and the Raven turn that took forever to do. So, there's a few awkward pauses just because I am very sporadic when I'm building coasters, so I just sort of just like stop randomly and just pick back up, but I don't feel like cutting that out, so you can see I'm just like stopping over and over again. Yeah, this draft work gets cut because it looks hideous and it's not really symmetrical at all. It's not right either, it's weird. The problem is because I messed up a little bit, and well, no duh, I messed up a lot on this, but you know, yeah, I mean, like, I messed up and it wasn't lining up right, so I kept restarting this, which at one point I just gave up and fixed it myself. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird coast. It's a bit of a weird support structure. There is a bunch of these just going all on the lift hill. That's what Edgenica does, and you know, it's fine. Now there is a difference between this. Now well, it's not really a difference between it. It's more of a like something that I can't help but do, but in real life it would have this, and that's the double spine. Edgenica has double spine along the entire layout, and I can't do that in Planet Coaster, so we're stuck with the single spine. But this thing's like very intense, so it would have the double spine because of that. Yeah, now I'm just redoing the entire support structure again because I can't. Or no, you're not. I had to scrap that because it was awful. Oh, I don't really think so. I made the I thought I made the support structure too tiny. I didn't. It's just this support beam is really long and weird. It might not be too long. I don't really know. I messed up there too. Yeah, it should be like that. Yeah, this support structure was awful to do. This took forever. But, you know, I think the finished product was worth it for this ride. It looks awesome. I love it. Quite possibly my best coaster I've ever built. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to follow this up because this was a really hard one to do, and don't know how I'm supposed to, like, one-up that, basically. But, you know, I'll figure something out. We'll get a cool coaster going in a few weeks. Or the park series I'm still working on. I just don't like it. I'm not really a fan of the coaster I've been building. I might restart again. I've been trying to do it invert, but I'm thinking it doesn't fit in that spot well at all. I don't really like the layout. I'm struggling with the station. Like, I already scrapped one coaster there. I might scrap another. I just don't know what to put there. I'm just struggling on that coaster, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I will get that part out eventually. Hopefully before Playco 2 releases, because we know that's probably happening. It's not confirmed or anything, but we know it's probably happening. Because of the Epic Games leak and stuff. It'll probably happen. If it does, I want to have that park out and fully complete before that comes out. But yeah, I'm not even going to get Playco 2 when it comes out. I'm probably going to have to wait like a month because of reasons. But, you know, if I had to guess, it's going to come out in November because Forbidden Frontier always releases their games during November. Don't know why. It's probably because it's close to the holidays, but, you know, if it's like that, then just release it during December. It makes way more sense to release it in November because it's closed. But, you know, that's just me. Maybe they have a good reason, and I don't understand it because I'm not a business person. I'm just a nerd who makes roller coasters. So yeah, I wanted to do the Dino Condo structure here, but I couldn't. And then I decided, first I put those support things on because it looked like X2. But yeah, you know what? I decided I'm gonna merge like the support structure for Anaconda and X2 because I'm pretty sure X2 has these A-frames. I don't really know if it do. It does. I don't know, but it might. But yeah, so this first bit of the time-lapse got corrupted a little bit. So I had to go, or part of it got corrupted. So I had to go into the time-lapse, re-record it, and then just randomly load it out of nowhere. So that was a waste of time. But I was playing some good Mario out of that, and that final level is awful. I hate it. But I will get there eventually. Yeah, what else was I doing? Just listening to music and stuff, just chilling in here. There was really nothing to do last night. I didn't want to play Planko because, well, I couldn't. I was trying to record the time-lapse again. And I was just recording the screen if I played Planko when I sat up. So, yeah, I couldn't really play. And I didn't really have much to do, so, yeah. Oh, I should have just cleaned my room because it's, not really that clean right now. It's fine. There's just a keyboard right there, my trumpet's over there, saxophone off floor. Yeah, I need to clean it today. Let you know, I'll deal with that later. Yeah, I'm really just thinking what to say at this point because there's not really much to say. Like, the support structure is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just looking at pictures of a real life 40 coasters and copying the support structure. So, yeah. Most of this is Egenica support structure just because this is way more similar to Egenica than anything. Oh, dying. But yeah, this is really similar to Egenika's layout, and it's actually basically a clone of Egenica, except it is not like the final stuff is like tilted away, so there's like a V shape in the middle of it on the ride layout. Egenica is just parallel, and it's really compact. But yeah, this works perfectly fine. It looks cool. I like it. Yeah. But yeah, sports. I did choose the X2 color scheme just because it looks menacing, and I like it. Okay, next is the open rank, which I'm basically just copying much of these support structures and placing it over and over again. That seems like the best option to do it. So yeah, then it does that, which is weird. It tilts so the track doesn't hit the train, or the support doesn't hit the train, or the train doesn't hit the support. I guess is the more proper way to say that, but you know. And right here I'm sort of like squishing it in so I can like have it around the lift hill, which honestly I still like it. That effect, it looks really cool, you know. Yeah. I almost started the station in this video, and then I realized, oh wait, I should probably do the support structure because I was recording everything for this one. So these little mini build series are going to be me doing showcasing the entire build process. So yeah, right here I'm redoing my room turn just because I was looking at it. I went out for something and then I was looking at this support structure or the Raven turn for it, and I was like, oh, why does mine look horrible? But you can see it like, just like Egenika's like stalls. There's like a little bump right there. It's weird. The one I have is still not perfect, but like, you know, it's fine. And right here I'm just trying to get the speed right because I don't want to have it run too fast. I don't want to run too slow. And if it runs too slow, then it looks horrible. But and it had to be really too big to run too slow. But I don't want it to run too fast. So right now I'm just trying to get it to run perfectly. But yeah, I think I did pretty good. It looks a lot nicer now. You know, it's still not perfect. It's still not great, but you know, I think I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly fine with it now. But yeah, this ride was awful to build. It's gonna take forever to finish. Well, not gonna take forever to finish. It took forever to finish, and it's done now. Now, there's only like 5 minutes left in time lapse. I think I'm just going to call it here, and I will talk to you guys in the real time bit, which is already recorded. So, don't know what I said in that. Hopefully, I didn't repeat myself while recording this. But, you know, if I did, it's whatever. So you'll see the Raven turn over there. I let you know I'm still not a fan of the support structure for that. I hate it, in fact, but I'm not gonna redo it because that's what Edge and Nike has. And I don't know, it just looks way too, from certain angles, it just looks like a square, and I'm not happy with that. But that's what it does in real life, so there's not really much I can do about that. So, yeah, I'm gonna let you guys listen to the Planka music and watch me finish the time lapse because there's only 3 elements left, which still took a while to do because this one was weird. This last element was, oh my goodness, I am touching stuff. I'm supposed to see that. Yeah, this last element was weird because I took a little bit from X2, which I usually shouldn't because that's Arrow. These are supposed to be SNS, but you know, it's fine. Who cares? No one's gonna notice. It looks fine. Yeah, I was just sort of trying to figure out what else I'm gonna do for the valley. But, you know, I got a good structure going. So yeah, I'm going to go, turn off the mic now, and you guys can listen to the annoying Planka music and watch me finish the time lapse. I will see you guys in a moment when I go to the real time bit. Alright people, yeah, so this is the second coaster we're just doing a one-off build for, and, well, this thing's turned out really well. This is like the first time I've built a 4D coaster in the game, and I think I did a pretty good job for my first time. There are some things I don't like about it, like the drop I find a little weird. I think I messed up the profiling a little bit, but it looks generally right. And it's mostly just the seat rotation I need to work on. But yeah, yeah. It looks nice. I like it. But yeah, so let's go through that. You do a little pre-drop into a flip, and then you do a face first down drop before you do a flip down onto a back. You're back before you another somersault on the Raven turn. It's weird. So like the Raven turn, you're always facing the center of the inversion. Then when you get to the top, you just do a somersault down. Now you're always slightly tilted on these rides. Don't know why. You just are. So yeah, then you do a 0G roll, except you're like 360ing the entire way through. So yeah, it's really cool. So Edge and Nika does. This is just taken from Edge and Nika. In fact, this layout's basically just Edge and Nika's layout, except this overbank's slightly different and this Raven turn's slightly different. So yeah, you drop off the 0G roll into an overbank, which in the middle of the inversion, or not the inversion, the turn, you sort of angle yourself towards so you tilt a little bit towards the center, and then you tilt out. So then you do what I believe is called a half full. It's basically or a fly to lie. You basically just do a flip so you can turn yourself around, and then you do an incredibly cool Raven turn. This one's on all of them. This is a step. Mine is slightly different because I did the other one's tilt the other way. I wanted to do a full flip, and then so when you're at the top, you're getting airtime pushing yourself out. Then you're pushing yourself. You're sort of like pushing yourself in and out at the same time, and then you do. By the time you're right here, you're facing towards the ground. See, then you go down to the bottom of the inversion. Before you then go into another half full into the brakes, which is pretty whippy. And then the thing that Edge Naga does is basically just flips the riders while it's on the brake run. It's really cool. Makes the brake run actually do something. Now, I did put 3 trains on this. Edge Naga only has 2 trains on the track at a time. However, I wanted this one to have 3 because I can, so that's the only reason. I wanted it to have 3 trains because of capacity, and if you only have 2, you're never going to have good dispatches. So, because the lift hill's slow enough that you can have 3 trains on the track comfortably with 4 block zones. And also there's you can hold 2 trains on this, so it's perfectly fine. So yeah, so the block zones, that's basically station, lift hill, main course, which ends right here, and then transfer track. So that's 4. You can hold all of them on the brake run, so there's really no chance of it stopping mid layout. Like, I don't even think that the like, this thing could drop off a lift hill immediately, and it would still have like several seconds to spare coming in. So that means there's always a train stacking right here, which I'm perfectly fine with, because 1, you're never gonna have fast stops on this. This is a pretty difficult ride to load because of the restraints. Like, the restraints in game are just normal restraints, which, nope, they're slightly different. They're pullover from the sides, and it looks like there's also speakers on the ride. So I might actually do a on-ride audio for this one. This is only gonna be episode 1 of this build because this was already like 7 time lapses worth of work, and that's a lot of work. So yeah. But I did the queue. I did the station setups just so I know what I'm doing. So yeah, the queue is this main queue. You split right here. Go this side if you want to go on the right side of the train. This side if you want to go on the left side of the train. You go up this way in the station where we're gonna have area gates and stuff. I just haven't done it yet. This is the exit path which goes down here, underneath the station, meets up with the other side. Works perfectly, and I love it. So yeah. I'm not going to do a full area build. This is probably going to be like the extent of it. I'm just going to do the queue and station. but I am gonna theme this ride. I don't know how I'm gonna theme it, but it's gonna be themed. Mainly because I don't want to be like a Six Flags style ride and be like X2 with no theme. And I thought I had this is a little trough. I thought I put concrete there. I must have forgot to. Because I know I redid it last night because of the supports were being a pain. But yes. There was no real way to get that to look nice without doing that, because, well, the Raven turn like always will either be way too forceful at the bottom, or it would be like, I guess really like not, it wouldn't be it would be way too, or it would be like way too down, so I sort of met it in the middle right there. It looks nice. I like it. Yeah, this Raven turn is really weirdly profiled. So they go up, and then they sort of like have a little bit of straight track, but it's not really straight track. It's like the slope shallows, for then it just randomly steepens. So I did try to recreate that. It looks about right. So yeah, this is like compared to this, which is like a normal. This is a normal loop shape, but this is the Raven turn shape, and it's just super weird. Oh, there's the autosave. But yeah, I'm not gonna give you guys a POV quite yet because it's not ready. But you know, next episode, we're gonna do the rest of the theming and stuff. Build the station, do the maintenance shed, do all the theming and stuff. And they look really good, and then we're going to well, I'm rambling on. Then we're gonna do a cinematic video, like we did for Icarus, which was the Aero Hyper. Yeah, this doesn't have a name yet. I don't really know what theme's gonna be, so I will have to decide that. I will see you guys in the next one, though. Goodbye. See you guys later.